Hey everybody, welcome back to the warbossfitz channel. I'm warbossfitz. I'm here with Uncle C, and today we're going back into Age of Fantasy to talk about Mummified Undead. The Mummified Undead, at one point, were a human kingdom in the southern deserts in Tyria. They worshipped desert gods, powerful beings that existed at the source of a great river which flowed between the world of the living and the world of the dead. Protected by invasion by great swaths of desert, the kingdom prospered for generations in the south. Then it all changed when the Havoc nations attacked. The Havoc gods sought out the desert gods and their underworld, hoping to seal off death itself from Tyria. The desert gods tried to fight back, but were defeated. The gatekeeper, who was the guardian of the passage between the world of the living and the dead, was slain, and the god's blood poisoned the river passage between the worlds. Since that moment, any soul that tried to pass on would be trapped in the poisoned river between worlds, existing in a state of constant agony. The desert gods who survived gave their priests soul gems, which could bind souls to their bodies. The gems' magic preserved the bones, allowing souls to linger even after their bodies had withered away to old age or injury. The priests developed a form of mummification to allow people to preserve some part of their bodies. Those who could afford such treatments sought them out, while others slowly saw their flesh fall away until all that remained was bone. The kingdom collapsed in the wake of the curse, as once vital farmlands lay barren and people fell into despair. The mummified undead were ruled over by a variety of lesser kings and petty tyrants who began to carve out kingdoms throughout the land. This led to a long era of civil war, as no one held the means to claim a final victory and reunite these lands into a single kingdom. This changed with the arrival of a powerful sorceress from the north, claiming to be the heir of a mighty empire. She approached the priests and kings of the land and promised that she alone had the power to discover a means to break their curse and bring them true death. Impressed with her power, her allies declared her the Tomb Queen and soon reunited the realms under her rule, reigning over a variety of petty kingdoms and cultures which have emerged along the sacred river. And now the Tomb Queen looks north to her former home, with legions of skeletons behind her. So I think that lore has changed in 3.5.3. So everyone, if you're out there playing an army, check your lore. They might have changed it. And this, I don't remember it being this good before. I like it. So moving into the actual rules of the game, we're going to start off with the army-wide special rule, which is Royal Legion. This model gets plus 4-inch range when shooting and moves plus 2 inches when using charge actions. So it has changed up a little bit from 3.5.2, but it's still good. You still get extra movement and extra range when you shoot stuff, just not as much as you did. And then for the special rules, we're going to hit a few key ones. Destructive on an unmodified result of 6 to hit. Those hits get AP plus 4. Difficult terrain debuff once per activation before attacking. Pick one enemy unit within 18 in line of sight. It now counts as being in difficult terrain one time, so the next time that they would activate. Piercing Spotter, once per activation, pick one enemy unit within 30 and in line of sight of this model and roll 1 die. On a 4-up, place a marker on it. When attacking, friendly units may remove markers from their target before rolling to block to get AP plus X on their weapons, where X is the number of removed markers. So this has changed up in 3.5.3. For both of these debuff and the spotter, you now need line of sight for them. Something else that has changed is surprise attack. You count as having infiltrate. The first time this unit is activated, pick one enemy unit within 6 and in line of sight and roll X number of dice. For each 2-up, it takes 1 hit with AP 1. So that has changed. Instead of it happening as soon as the unit shows up, now they have to wait until that unit activates. Unpredictable Fighter, we've seen that an awful lot. You roll a dice before you attack. On a 1 to 3, it's AP plus 1. On a 4 to 6, it's plus 1 to hit. And Vanguard, After this model is deployed, it may be placed anywhere fully within 9 inches of its position. It is a quasi-scout.
I mean, Vanguard with a squad that's fast could be pretty nice.
Well, that's the thing, is you're not going to be fast and Vanguard. He got rid of a lot of the scout and fast, or the fast and strider. So it's cutting down the lethality of the game a lot, which that was a trick that we like to play an awful lot.
Yeah.
So we have the aura special rules. We got Bane in melee aura. Does what it says. Fortified aura. The units get fortified, which is -1 AP to a minimum of 0. Indirect when shooting aura. You get indirect when you shoot. No retreat aura. This model and its unit get no retreat. And no retreats when a unit where most models have this rule fails a morale test. That causes it to be shaken or routed. The test counts as passed instead. Then roll as many dice as the number of wounds it would take to fully destroy it. And for each result of 1 to 3, the unit takes 1 wound, which can't be ignored.
Mm.
That's what the Undead rule was before.
I know, I've never liked that. Because it can really work against you. Hell, you've seen half of one of my squads get destroyed because of that.
Yeah. Then there's the Resistance Aura. When a unit where all models have this rule takes a wound, roll a dice. On a 6-up, it is ignored, and if the wounds are from a spell, they are ignored on a 2 instead. Really good anti-magic stuff there. And then Scout Aura. This model and its unit gets Scout. So Scout is still a thing, even though Vanguard exists. So it is possible to get. Now for spells, we're going to start off with Desert Storm. Pick one enemy unit with an 18, which counts as being in difficult terrain 1 time. The next time it activates. Storm of Skulls. Pick one enemy unit with an 18, which takes 1 hit with blast of 3. As you get hit with an exploding skull. Cursed Arrows. Pick up to 2 friendly units within 12, which get Shred when shooting. And Shred is if the enemy rolls a 1 to block the hits, it deals an extra wound. There are quite a few shooting units in the Mummified Undead, and the Mummified Undead seem to have better shooters than all the other Undeads. So, might be worth it. Rapid Desiccation. Pick one enemy model within 24, which takes 2 hits with AP 4. This effect is resolved as if the target was a unit of 1. So this is a sniper, 2 hits with AP 4. Tomb Queen's Guidance. Pick up to 3 friendly units within 12, which get Royal Legion Boost. And that is 8-inch range and 4-inch when charging. And then the Tomb Queen's Vengeance. Pick one enemy unit within 12, which takes 6 hits with AP 1 and Destructive. That's the one where if you roll a 6, it's AP 4. And whenever you use this spell, you roll 6 dice to see if any of those on a 6 happens from Destructive. So we're going to change it up this time. We're going to start with a narrative hero. Remit Den Gedul. Bless you.
I was about to say Gesundheit, you fucker.
80 points, quality 3, defense 4, fortified aura, hero, Royal Legion, toughness 3, unique and unpredictable fighter. Comes with a crescent blade for 4 attacks, AP 1, and there is no upgrades on this unit. So it's a 3-4 with a fortified aura to give everybody -1 AP whenever they attack. I mean, I think it's pretty nice. Mm-hmm. Put it into like a Royal Guard unit or something to give them some extra defense. Let's start with the regular heroes. There's 2 regular heroes. There's the Royal Champion and the Skeleton Leader. We're going to start off with the Royal Champion, 50 points. Quality 3, defense 4. Hero, Royal Legion, and toughness 3. It comes with a heavy hand weapon for 3 attacks at AP 1. And this guy has a list. We have Venom Expert for Bane and Melee. Army Standard Bearer for Fear of 2. Soul Gem Keeper for Resistance Aura. Tomb Queen Icon Bearer for Royal Legion Boost Aura. Herald for Scout Aura, Monarch for No Retreat Aura, Priest for Caster 2, and Master Priest for Caster 3. Definitely the hero that can take everything. You can replace the heavy hand weapon with a heavy halberd to give you rending. Dual heavy hand weapons for 4 attacks AP 1, heavy lance for AP 1 and thrust, great weapon for AP 3, or a heavy spear for AP 1 and counter. Then for the mount section down here, you can upgrade it to be riding on one of these. A Royal Beast, some extra attacks and fast. Skeletal Steed for fast, impact, and scout. Royal Snake for snake fangs, 1 attack of Bane, impact 2, and extra toughness. Royal Chariot, 2 attacks, armor 3, fast, impact 4, and toughness +6. A War Sphinx, 4 attacks, AP 1, armor 2, breath attack, fear 2, and toughness +12. Or a Skeleton Beast, 6 attacks, AP 1, 6 attacks, AP 2, 6 attacks with Bane, armor 3, fear 3, flying, and toughness 18. That thing is a ridiculous amount of attacks.
Yeah, but look how many points it is.
Yeah, it's toughness +18. That's 400. You're a Titan at that point.
You're a cheap Titan.
And then you can upgrade it with heavy armor for armor 3, Dune Hunter for fast, or Burrower for ambush. Oh, you have to take the snake for that.
Alright, so just leave him alone, give him a great weapon, and put him on a skeleton beast.
Well, yeah, if you want to have the character running around on his own just being a beat stick, that's what you do. Skeleton Beast. I would give it the spear. Not the spear, I mean the heavy lance. Just give it thrust, because you got flying, you're not slow, and you got extra charging.
It's so stupid.
Fear of 2, there's no point in putting fear on this thing. Bane in melee, so you remove all of the regeneration of your enemies. Boom! It's only 20 points. That's what I would do. If I run into, someone's got, my whole army's got regeneration. I don't care.
My homie's got regeneration.
Alright, we'll talk about putting them into the units later on. Next we have the Skeleton Leader, 25 points. Quality 5, Defense 5, Hero, Royal Legion, and Toughness 3 with 3 attacks with a hand weapon. We got the Venom Expert for Bane and Melee Aura, Nomad Hunter for Indirect when shooting, Soul Gem Keeper for Resistance Aura, Herald for Scout Aura, Master Stone Shaper for Mend, a Priest for Caster 2, and a Master Priest for Caster 3. And Caster 3 is damn expensive. It's 85 points. Woo!
I was about to say, damn, he's cheap, and then I realized why.
Yeah. You can replace the hand weapons with dual hand weapons for 4 attacks, a spear for counter, lance for thrust, great weapons for AP2, a halberd for rending. You can give him a bow, 2 shots at 24, or a royal bow, 2 shots at 18 with destructive. And then you could give it Mummy Leader for fearless and slow, or a Skeletal Steed for fast, impact 1, and vanguard. Those 2 down there are just to make sure it meshes with those units.
Dudes are damn cheap, but there's a reason for that. It's because everything on them's expensive as shit.
Well,
I'm talking about heroes, not like units and stuff.
yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. Just the caster stuff is up there.
Kind of adds.
Well, some of those spells were really nice.
I mean, yeah. I like that Tomb Queen's Vengeance. And then I like that Rapid
Desiccation.
I wanted to say Desecration, but
Well, I do like this one that you could put a royal bow on there to give it destructive and then indirect when you're shooting. So if you put this thing into a squad that also has royal bows, you could stand behind, you could have a unit of spear skeletons standing in front of you and just lob shots over top of them. And with that AP 4 out of 6, ooh, you could drop some big stuff.
Because what is it you always say? I will roll 1/6 at least.
I will overload your defense with dice.
That's the orc roll.
All right, onto the units. We're going to start off with the Skeleton Warriors. Your basic 10 Skeleton Warriors, 65 points. That is cheap. These guys come for 6.5 points apiece. Oh, Age of Fantasy is so cheap for troops. I love it. Quality 5, Defense 5 with Royal Legion, and they have 1 attack apiece. And now we've run into the command upgrades, so we're going to talk about them first here. So whenever I say command upgrades, this is what I mean. There's the Sergeant. 1 model becomes the Sergeant. When it rolls a 6 to hit, it gets an extra hit. Banner, this model and its unit get +1 to morale test rolls. And Musician, this model and its unit move +1 inches when using move actions. You could put any of these 3 into a unit, and if you duplicate it or you combine the unit, you can only ever put 1 of these in there. So just whenever I say command upgrades, that's what I mean. You can replace all their hand weapons with a halberd for rending or a spear for counter. I don't know, man, it's cheap as hell.
It's got the bullshit!
130 points for 20 of them?
You throw the spears on there and say, come on, come get me.
I don't even know if I would do the spear. I would want to keep them cheap as hell. Maybe. We'll see. Moving on. Next unit is 10 Mummies for 90 points. Quality 5, Defense 6. Fearless, Royal Legion, and Slow. And they have 2 attacks apiece with no upgrades.
If you want to waste points, here you go.
Well, I mean, they're the mummified zombies is what they are.
Yeah, but they don't got that nice zombie what's it called? A reanimation.
Well, true, but they're also cheap. And skeleton leader with a mummy leader for 30 points total. And then put on Bane in melee for another 20 points. Double up that mummy unit.
Fair enough.
40 attacks plus whatever you have the skeleton leader with Bane.
Even on a quality 5, you are bound to hit at least 10% of that. At least.
Technically, it's 32.6.
I don't do math.
Next unit we have is the Royal Guard. For 70 points, you get 5 of them. Quality 3, defense 4. They have the Royal Legion rule, and they're all carrying heavy hand weapons for 1 attack AP 1. You have the command upgrades, and then you can replace all heavy hand weapons with a heavy halberd for AP 1 and rending, or heavy great weapons for AP 3. And you can upgrade one of them with a spotting vulture for piercing spotter. Well, that narrative here we talked about would go good into this squad here. Double these guys up, combine the unit, 10 of them, give them a fortified aura. Pretty nice. If you do the piercing spotter, that would put you up to AP2 on a 4-up, which, 50-50 shot. I don't know if I like that. I would probably give them the heavy great weapons. AP3, you're just going to be hitting that much harder for only 20 points, so 40 points for a squad of 10. Yeah, absolutely.
Plus your hero, if you give him the heavy great weapon, that's a lot of ouch.
Yeah.
We know how much we love those blenders.
Next we have the skeleton archers. 5 of them for 60 points. Cheap. I love it. Quality 5, defense 5. With Royal Legion, they have bows, 1 shot at 24 and 1 attack in close combat. You could do the command upgrades, and you could replace all the bows with royal bows for 15 points. And you could also do the piercing spotter.
Give them all royal bows. Oh, I lose 6 inches. Well, hang on a minute.
Now that kind of 6 inches.
You lose 6 inches, but you gain destructive. That's amazing.
Yeah, 6s are AP4. And this is where I would do a skeleton leader with the indirect and just pump out them shots. Pump out those shots. It's another 45 points. 10 plus his 2, 12 shots with destructive. Yeah, that would totally be worth it in my mind. Next unit, we have the Guardian statues. These are the heavy troops, or at least we're getting into the heavy troops. 3 of them for 165 points, quality 3, defense 4, Royal Legion, and toughness 3. They have dual heavy hand weapons for 4 attacks at AP 1. You can replace the dual heavy hand weapons with heavy great weapons for 3 attacks AP 3, hand weapons, and a great royal bow for 3 shots AP 1 and destructive, a great bow for 3 shots AP 1, and a hand weapon. And you can upgrade one model to be a stone shaper with a fortified aura.
Give them all heavy great weapons. Just more big boom.
Yeah, more heavy boom there. Well, remember, you're charging extra fast. You get an extra couple inches when you charge. I would not see a reason to put any ranged weapons on these. Not when the skeleton archers exist, because they could do it for cheaper and then get more shots out there. True, these guys don't have the Great Royal Bow. They have AP1 and destructive, but I don't care about the AP1. I'm leaning on that destructive.
I'm like you. I like blenders, so I'm going AP3 all the way.
Okay.
I want to hit you and cut through you.
Next, we have the Skeleton Horsemen. You get 5 of them for 70 points. Quality 5, defense 5, fast, impact 1, and Royal Legion. They come with hand weapons. And then you have the command upgrades. And you can replace the hand weapons with a lance, a bow and a hand weapon, or a royal bow and a hand weapon. You can give all the models with Vanguard. And you can also upgrade one model with the piercing spotter vulture. Why would you not give them lances?
I was going to say, for what, 10 points, you can give them just thrust?
Yeah, for 10 points, just giving them thrust. That gives you AP. That gives you your +1 to hit whenever you charge. And remember, you're faster with Royal Legion, so you are going to get the charge off. You're charging, what, 18 inches? Yeah, 18-inch charge. And you could up the ante on that one, put a skeleton leader in there.
You're literally not losing anything.
Oh, wait, no, the skeleton leader can't take a steed. You'd have to do a royal champion with a steed. Ooh. So a little bit more points, but there you would give him the heavy lance, and then you could do the Royal Legion boost aura to be able to charge 20 inches.
You're not getting away from them anywhere you go.
All they would need is Strider to just be a fucking menace. But we don't have Strider on there. We can't allow that. That's too much. Next unit, we have the Beast Riders. 5 of them for 110 points. Fast and Royal Legion. They have 1 attack at AP2 from Claws and 1 attack at AP1 with a heavy hand weapon. You have the command upgrades. You can do heavy lances. And then you can do Spotting Vulture.
Again, why wouldn't you do the heavy lance?
Exactly. You pay that 10 points to give them. It would be 220. It would be 240 for a 10-man squad with heavy lances. That's a lot of beef coming downfield. That's going to be a big footprint, but it's going to hit pretty darn hard.
It's nice. Again, that you're spending 10 points to get that thrust, and that could make or break the whole action.
Yeah, and with the heavy lances, it's going to be AP2, and you're going to be hitting on a 3. Yeah, that's nice. At that point, put the Royal Champion in there. You'd give him a Royal Beast, and then do the same thing with a heavy lance and Royal Legion boost to go further. Next unit we got is the Great Snakes. 3 of them for 130 points. Quality 4, Defense 4, Armor of 3, Impact 2, Royal Legion, and Toughness 3.
The not-so-sneaky snakes.
The not-so-sneaky snakes. They have 1 attack apiece with Bane. And then you can replace the heavy armor with Dune Hunter for fast or Burrower for ambush. So they started off with armor of 3 up. Or you can get rid of the armor to give them faster ambush. That's what that means.
I'd just stick with the heavy armor.
I want to be different. I'll give them ambush.
1 attack each with Bane for 3 attacks and ambush?
Yep.
Alright.
I'm banking on the impact of 2 on that one. That's probably going to do more damage.
Shit, at that point, just give him fast.
Yeah, well, I like being sneaky. Sneaky snakes.
The sneaky, not so sneaky.
The sneaky, not so sneaky snakes. And then we got Snake Riders. 145 points for 3 of them. Quality 4, Defense 4, Armor 3, Impact 2, Royal Legion, Toughness 3. They come with Skeleton Spear Riders for 1 attack with Thrust, and 1 attack with Bane from the Snake Fangs. You can do the command upgrades, so it comes in a squad of 3. They can all have one of these upgrades. And you can replace all the heavy armor with Dune Hunter for fast or Burrower with ambush.
I don't know, man. I mean, if I'm going with this, these are the ones I would want to get ambushed.
Oh yeah, ambush all the way on these.
Oh god, yeah. Spend 10 points, get ambushed, pop up and go, bop, bop!
Yeah, because something I've learned with heavier cavalry like this is it tends to draw attention, and the best defense is not being on the board.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they look cool, so you're going to want to poke them. It's like when you have space bears or space wolves and you see big dudes with hammers on the back of big fuzzy creatures. That looks tough. I want to kill it.
Well, continuing with the theme we're going on now, Snake Men. 3 of them for 200 points. Quality 3, Defense 3, Fast, Impact 2, Royal Legion, Toughness 3. They all have halberds for 2 attacks apiece with Rending. You can replace the halberds with a great weapon for 2 attacks at AP2. And upgrade all the models with a Death Gaze for 2 shots, AP2 at 12. And you can replace the Dune Hunters, so you get rid of the fast rule and give them ambush.
Give them ambush again. Shit, give a lot of stuff ambush.
Yeah, ambush is nice on
And
this.
I'm going to leave it attack-wise, because I know Rending means a lot more than AP2.
Depends. I'll tell you what, is this a new unit? Because I have never
I don't remember these.
seen Snake Men put on the board.
We haven't.
Well, it's something that, like, if this existed before, it's something I would have put out there just to be different.
Yeah, I don't remember, because I built an army with you before Mummified Undead, and I don't remember seeing them.
Well, there's the Snake Men / Snake Women in the Dark Elf army, and I was like, ooh, I want to do these, and they sucked so bad, rules-wise.
These guys don't.
These guys are not bad. Not bad at all. Ambushing 3/3 with Impact 2. Yeah, Impact 2 with halberds.
Yeah, scratch that. Get rid of the Rending. Go with the AP2, because at least then you're guaranteed that you're gonna, whatever you hit is gonna have AP2.
Or you just charge into the squishy underbelly of stuff, because, ambush.
What?
Ha-ha!
Yeah.
No one expects the Snake Man Inquisition. Next unit we have the Hunting Beast. 5 of them for 85 points. Quality 4, Defense 5, Fast, Royal Legion, and Strider with 2 attacks apiece with Claws. So this is we can almost say it now, it's the standard dog unit that we see across a lot of armies.
Mm-hmm.
And Fast with Strider, they're going to run through terrain, they're going to be a harassing unit, or when big enough numbers, they can take down stuff. So if you get a pack of 10 of them, don't be afraid to charge them into stuff.
Or 20.
Or 20.
I don't know. I'd rather spend the 85 points elsewhere, or however many you're gonna.
All right. Then we have the Scarab Swarm. Quality 5, Defense 6, Royal Legion Strider, Toughness 3, with 3 attacks apiece with Bane. It's got no upgrades, and I forgot to say they're 70 points. Standard swarm tactics when it comes to this. Hide them and jump on an objective just to be an annoying pain in the butt. Then we got Vultures, 3 of them for 135 points, Quality 4, Defense 5, Flying, Royal Legion, Toughness 3. They have 3 attacks apiece with Rending. This is pretty much the same thing as the Swarms, except these fly. A little bit better.
For 135 points, Jesus.
Yeah, I wouldn't hang my hat on these, but I mean, Quality 4, 9 attacks with Rending. They might be able to do a little bit of combat damage, but again, you got better choices. Next, we have the Great Scorpion, 120 points, Quality 4, Defense 3, starts with Ambush, Fear of 1, Royal Legion, and Toughness 6. Has Pincers for 3 attacks, AP 2, and a Stinger for 3 attacks, AP nothing, with Bane. I like the Great Scorpions. Just, again, another ambushing unit that you can pop up in the enemy's backfield and be like, hello.
Because in an iteration we've played before, you had like 4 of them. Boom, 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 boom.
I had the entire Great Scorpion army. That was glorious.
It was a pain in my ass. I don't know how glorious it was.
Glorious. Next, we have the Death Casket. 140 points, Quality 3, Defense 5, Regeneration, Royal Legion, Slow, and Toughness 6. Has Release Spirits, 2 attacks at 24 with Blast 3 and Rending, and 3 attacks in close combat. You can replace the Release Spirits with Radiate Curse, 6 attacks, AP1 and Destructive at 18, or the Unleashed Souls, 2 attacks, AP2, Deadly 3 at 24. And you can give it the Curse of Sand for a difficult terrain debuff.
This is where it sucks that you can't adjust lists on the fly. Because there is an argument to be made for all 3 of those types of attacks.
Yeah, if it was me building a list, I would probably put Unleashed Souls on there just because we've had a lack of deadly attacks.
Yeah.
165, it wouldn't be out of the question to bring 2 of these, just kind of anchor a line. So they're slow. They're not artillery, so you don't have to use hold actions. You can move with them.
Yeah, we've had Blast 3 not work, but we've had Deadly 3 work pretty well.
Yeah, with Blasted 3, it's like you got enough troops elsewhere to cover that.
Yeah.
Next, we have the Skeleton Chariots, 115 points, Quality 4, Defense 3, Fast, Impact 4, Royal Legion, and Toughness 6. 2 attacks with the Horse's Hooves, and 2 attacks with Thrust with the Spear Crew. You can replace the Spear Crew with a Bow Crew for 6 shots at 24, or a Royal Bow Crew, 6 shots Destructive at 18, and you can also do the Difficult Terrain debuff with the Curse of Sands.
This might sound stupid, but I'm going with the Royal Bone Crew.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the 3.5.3, don't sleep on chariots. I like some chariots in 3.5.2, 2? What are we on now, 3? The last iteration, I liked some chariots, but now looking around, I kind of like a lot of chariots. This one is interesting. 6 shots with Destructive, plus putting the Curse of Sand on something, so if you don't kill it, or if there's something that is potentially going to charge you, you just go, you're stuck.
Oh, I'm familiar with that one. Real familiar.
He's still salty from the last live stream.
I will forever be salty about that last live stream.
Next, we're looking at the monsters. We have the Skeleton Giant, 205 points, Quality 4, Defense 3, Fear of 2, Royal Legion, Toughness 12. Comes with dual hand weapons for 10 attacks and 4 attacks, AP1. You can replace the dual hand weapon with a heavy hand weapon for 8 attacks, AP1, a great weapon for 6 attacks, AP2, a hand weapon for 6 attacks, and a giant royal bow. 1 shot, AP2, Deadly 6, Destructive at 18 inches, or a giant bow, 1 shot, AP2, Deadly 6 at 24 with 6 attacks with a hand weapon.
I'm going with the very bottom option for 40 points, honestly. Get the most bang out of it.
Yeah, I mean, that gives you a little bit more range, but
You're still losing stuff.
the Destructive is nice. If you want to have a ranged giant, because the game is a 4-turn game, I would keep it with the dual hand weapons and move it towards an objective and say, unbury me, get me off this objective.
Toughness of 12 is going to take you a minute, so yeah.
Toughness 12, Defense 3, charge something on the way in there, and you're just going to beat it down with 14 attacks? Yeah, and if you can If you could throw a spell or something on it,
I would probably maybe just swap out the dual hand weapon for the heavy hand weapon. You lose 2 attacks, but you at least gain AP1 on it. So you at least have AP1 on both your attacks. It just helps a little bit more.
but if you throw a spell on it to give it shred.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. Yeah, to keep caster nearby.
Just cast on it turn 1.
Yeah.
And then the first time it attacks something, it is going to unfreaking load. Next unit is the warbossfitz. 260 points, quality 4, defense 2, fear of 2, Royal Legion, toughness 12. Comes with a Sphinx crew for 8 attacks with rending and 4 attacks and AP1 with stomp. You can replace the stomp with 5 attacks bane with a stinger, and you can give it fortified or a breath attack.
I'm just keeping it normal, giving it a breath attack.
Anyway, you can get more attacks out there. And breath attack, you don't have to breathe on whatever you're attacking, so you can charge into something and kind of like stick your head sideways and blow that direction at a different unit. Defense 2, toughness 12, it's the same principle as the giant. Just march towards an objective and tell the enemy, come get me.
Boom.
Next we have the Sphinx Champion, 280 points, quality 3, defense 2, fear of 2, Royal Legion, and toughness 12. 10 attacks with dual hand weapons, 4 attacks, AP1 with a stomp. You can replace dual hand weapons with a great weapon for 6 attacks, AP2. You can replace the stomp with a toxic stinger for 5 attacks with bane, or a decapitating strike, 1 attack, AP2, deadly 6. You can give it fortified and flying. So this is like the best parts of the last 2 units that we had. Dual hand weapons like the giant, so you can just start swinging on people. There is the decapitating strike, so you can keep your dual hand weapons, also getting that deadly 6 attack for something big. And then wings for 45 points, getting this thing to be able to charge over top of terrain, over top of enemy troops, and be able to get into stuff.
That's mean. I love it.
Freaking amazing.
Do
Do it.
it, brother.
And then we got the giant god statue, our last monster. 300 points, quality 3, defense 3, caster 2, fear of 2, Royal Legion, toughness 12, 6 attacks, AP2, 4 attacks, AP1, and it can be upgraded with the Storm Shaper for fortified. We have a history with the giant god statue around here.
He doesn't die.
He sticks around for far longer than he should. And now with the upgraded spells, it might be,
We've wiped the entire army off the board before, but he will not go.
I would have to focus far too much into it. Defense 3, toughness 12, fear of 2. So I've charged this thing, and I've ended up losing combat just on that fear ability alone. He's always been able to attack multiple units because he's a caster, but now with the updated spell list, it can be so bad. Next, we're in the artillery with the Skull Catapult. 145 points, quality 5, defense 5, artillery, Royal Legion, and toughness 3. Artillery, we haven't talked about it. You can only use hold actions, and when you shoot stuff over 9 inches away, you get +1 to hit. So in this case, it'd be hitting on a 4. And whenever someone shoots at you from over 9 inches away, it's -2 to hit. And it has a Skull Barrage. 6 shots, AP1 indirect at 36, and 3 attacks with its crew. You can give it the Royal Skull Barrage, 6 attacks, AP1 destructive with indirect at 30, and you can give it the Curse of Sand for the difficult terrain debuff.
Do both.
Yeah, difficult terrain debuff in case something is getting close. That way you can be like, slow down there. Where are you going? And destructive on the Royal Skull Barrage. It's totally worth it. Indirect, just lob this thing the entire game.
Expensive? Yes. Worth it? Also yes.
Then we're into the Titans. We got 2 Titans to talk about. First, the Desert Titan. 915 points. They don't come small. Quality 3, defense 2, caster 4 to start with. Fear of 4, fearless, Royal Legion, toughness 24. 8 attacks, AP2, 12 attacks, AP2 with rending, 2 attacks, AP4 with blast of 3. You can replace the caster ability with a Skeleton Titan ability, which gives it surprise attack 8, so it pops out of the ground.
You're not going to notice the giant titan with his ass sticking out of the ground like, you can't see me.
I'll tell you what, though, they've upgraded this guy a bunch. Because, again, we had a Titan fight. We had this thing fighting against the Saurians' Dread Titan. And it wasn't as cool back then. It's cool now. Surprise attack, pop up in the enemy's lines, and just rip and tear. This is Doom Guy. And then our last unit we're going to talk about, the last Titan, is the God Titan. 1,030 points. Quality 2, defense 2, Fear of 4, Fearless, Flying, Royal Legion, and Toughness 24. 4 attacks, AP2, Blast to 6, and 8 attacks at AP2. You replace the Godly Battle Axe, so you get rid of the Blast, and you give it a Godly Spear for 3 attacks, AP4, Deadly 6.
That is so stupid. Blast of 6 with 4 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to walk into your biggest unit and go, fuck you!
Yeah, that there is... you're hitting on a 2, that's overkill.
Oh, I want that so bad.
That'll take a unit of 20 and kill it twice.
I want to do that. I want to put just that against a squad of orcs.
It all depends on who fights first.
Oh god, but then yeah, look at that. 3 attacks at deadly. That's gonna take damn near a Titan and almost wipe it off the board too.
Yeah, it could.
This God Titan is amazingly stupid.
I love it. I love it. All right, so that is the end of the army list, and Uncle C once again has decided to make us an army list that we're going to be playing with this week. So take it away, Uncle C. What you bringing?
I'm starting with 20 skeleton warriors, all with the spears. I'm going to stand them on an objective and say, "I'll poke you if you come near me." And then I have a royal champion coming in on a royal snake. It's got scout aura, and it's got a great weapon. 3 attacks at AP3. He's going to be leading a squad of 10 royal guards, all with the heavy great weapons, which is 1 attack each at AP3.
All right, so the whole squad's scouting. Ooh.
Yup. Then I have 2 separate squads of guardian statues, all of them having the heavy great weapons, which is 3 attacks at AP3. I give them all the fortified aura, which is -1 AP when you hit me. I have a squad of 10 beast riders, all of them with the heavy claws and the heavy lances. I've got a war sphinx. He's coming in with breath attacks, because poof. Then I have a sphinx champion, who's coming in with all the just regular stuff that he comes with. And then I have a giant god statue, because I had to throw him in there.
So Uncle C's list this week is going to be very monster heavy.
I had other stuff attached to certain units, but I was over by 50 points, and we know how frugal you guys are.
Yeah, the list we made this, or Uncle C made this list the day of the updates, and through the patches to the patch, it went up a bit. So a couple bells and whistles had to be cut off, but it's still a very thick list. And we're going to see what that does on Thursday night. So on Monday, God, this week is so weird with the stuff that I'm putting out. On Monday, I'm going to be having a painting live stream. I don't know if this is going to come out before or after that. So, yeah, Monday is a painting live stream. I'm going to be painting some Mummified Undead. And on Thursday, we're going to be doing a live stream here on the channel. So pop on over to warbossfitz Live, where you can see that. So that's all we got for you on the Mummified Undead. Remember to check out our sponsors down below. We got PrintedStarships.com and Corvus Terrain. We have some discount codes down there where you get 15 and 20% off, depending on which one you choose. Check out our Patreon and the merch shop. We got links for those down below. Patreon, we do occasionally, I'll put some behind the scenes stuff on there. More lately, it's been like my real life stuff that happens at work. And some crazy stuff happens at work. So come along the ride with me there. And then, that's it. I think I did it all, right? Yes. I hope you guys are having fun playing OPR wherever you are. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye.
I have it muted, I promise. And I'm still paying attention.
Okay. So you jump up and go, yeah!
No.
Isn't this one of the plots to the Mummy?
I mean, kind of emo-tepish, yeah?
What was that one with Tom Cruise?
Oh, fuck, I didn't watch it.
Okay. Either way.
He was no Brendan Fraser.
Boo! Fucking Thranholic is going to be happy. Ooh, this changed too. Good chair.
Oh yeah, go.
Just go stand there?
Just camera crotch level.
Go stand there the whole time.
I mean, I prefer not. Oh, that's a little
A little chilly?
You know, the beans and Franks went interior.
Michigan being all bipolar again.
Look at this shit. Oh. This week on OnlyDans.
There's dice goddamn everywhere.
Oh my god. There's at least half a dozen.
You ready?
I will be as soon as I pull up Army Forge. I was able to hit 2,000 rounds. Fucking no. Oh, bullshit. What went over?
No. Doesn't matter. We got a hot chopper going by now anyways.